Welcome back, YouTube. Today's video is going to be all about what you actually need post ACL surgery and what you don't need, because so many people end up with a list as long as their arm of a load of stuff that actually you really don't need. So let me break it down for you. You're about to have ACL surgery, or you've just had ACL surgery. What are the main things you're going to need? So let's look at some of the cheapest options that are absolute must-haves, okay? So number one is a tubey grip bandage, right? You get these from the pharmacy, they're dead cheap. You'll measure it from your shin. The camera's going to auto track, but you'll measure it from your shin, right, the middle of your shin to the middle of your thigh, pop a tubey grip on a single layer, so you don't need it doubled over, okay? Wear that throughout the day. It's going to help massively with compression, so it's going to help with swelling. Then you need some form of icing. So you don't have to have a game ready, but they really are fantastic if you do have a game ready. Alternatively, you can use something like an ice sleeve like this. The downside to something like this is the fact that it gets things wet. But it works really nicely. You probably need two. Some people end up buying those Cairo cuffs and stuff like that. I'm not a big lover. The water, they just don't work that well. You don't get the level of compression that you need. I think they're a lot of money for not a lot, basically. So tubey grip, icing. Then the next two, which are really important and they're not expensive, is a shower stall and a limbo leg cover. I'm going to pop them on the screen so that you can actually see them, because the shower stall's in the garage and the limbo leg cover's in my bathroom somewhere. Now, fortunately, the show and clinic where I had my knee surgery done 2021 gave me a limbo leg cover, but you can literally buy them on Amazon. It means that you can shower for as long as you want. You don't have to put cling film around your leg. You're not going to risk getting your wounds wet. Really, really good piece of kit, and they're not expensive. So that's the most easiest ones covered, right? You do not need one of those wedge pillows at 25, 30 quid. You just don't need it. If you broke your ankle and you're in a lower leg cast, yeah, they're great, but you just don't need them for ACL surgery, and they actually cause more of a problem because they put your knee into a bent position. And the whole thing we're trying to do is stop your knee from being bent, right? So you do not need those awful cushions. In fact, I would say that they are my nemesis, because I just don't get the point of them for ACL surgery. Get rid. Okay? Braces, you do not need to be getting a brace off eBay, Amazon, or off these Facebook recovery hubs. If your surgeon gives you a brace, it's because they think you need one, because you've had a meniscal repair or protecting an MCL injury, whatever. You don't need to be purchasing off-the-shelf braces or medical aids and stuff like that, okay? Now, slightly more expensive, next tier, let me grab it actually, will be something called a, oh wow, honestly, I'm like Wreck-It Ralph. Would be something like a complex muscle stim, okay? I hire these out in my clinic. I have the 8.0, and then I have some other models as well. And basically, this is a muscle stimulator. They are expensive to purchase, and they're not too expensive to hire, but you need to find somebody that hires them, because not everybody, has access to a clinic like me, and also mine are booked out in advance now. But they really help get your quads going, okay? If you can have one of those, I would advise you to do so, way over these wedge pillows and all that stuff. They really do help get your quads going in the early days. So it basically picks your quad up and stimulates it for you. A big mistake people make when using complexes is they don't move their leg. You need to be actually squeezing your quad and activating your quad, okay? And then when it comes to spending as well, just to go back to the game ready, that was the best £300 I've ever spent in my life for the hire charge, right? If you don't want to take opioids and you want the swelling and you want the pain and you just want your knee to be feeling better every single day and sleep, the game ready is literally a game changer. It's £300 to hire, I think, for 4 weeks, but honestly, the difference between having it and not having it is just incredible, but it is a lot of money. So that, in a summary, is all of the key things that I recommend my patients to have. You can have, meals in the freezer. That's going to be really useful and really helpful for you. A pair of crutches, obviously, the hospital gives you, fitted to the right height. But so many people go on about loads of other stuff. For me, you overcomplicate it. and there's no need to overcomplicate it. The key basics are great. The one thing I haven't even spoken about actually, which is the most important, is actually having a plan. A lot of people, before they buy, they buy all of this stuff and then go, oh, I don't have a plan. That's ridiculous. And somebody only the other week messaged me to say, I've bought a compact, I've bought the limbo leg cover, I bought this and this, but I have insurance. Do you take insurance because I want to work with you? And I said, no, I don't take insurance. And I've not actually heard back from them, but they've probably spent the best part of £1,000 on a game-ready complex, if not more actually, but then aren't going to actually invest and pay for their physio. That blows my mind entirely, because if you're my patient, I'm going to tell you to get all of this stuff. You get it in a little ACL welcome pack. Or if you get my ACL recovery guide, which is £89, it tells you all of these key things, as well as being a full step-by-step program for post-surgery. So I hope you found this video useful. I'm quite straight to the point with stuff like this, because some people just end up buying a load of stuff and they end up on forum after forum. I've bought this and I've bought that. Exercise bands, literally just mini loop bands, £5 or £6 off Amazon. They're going to be great. You don't need to be spending a fortune and spending way, way, way too much time looking at all of these different random things to make your recovery amazing. You need a plan. You need to know what you're doing from day one. You need to control your swelling. You need to control your pain, because if you don't do those things, you are caputio, okay? If you've got any questions, please leave them down below. And if you have liked this video, please like and subscribe, because it tells me to keep making them. And also, if you have any suggestions of videos that you would like me to make, let me know in the comments. But I will hope to see you in the next one.